Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to share something that's very close to my heart. Three different aspects, the usual aspects of any topic, subject matter: what, why, how. A little bit about myself. As a coach, facilitator, and entrepreneur for the last 15 years. Prior to that, for 18 years, I was like you guys, a part of that corporate. So what can we learn about it? Since we were little kids, we have heard about the tortoise and a hare story. So what does the tortoise and a hare teach us about mindset? Someone of you've seen in the video, fixed mindset basically just tells us that, hey, everything is predestined. A lot of things are outside our control. Growth mindset is different. Our locus of control, the scope of control, is a lot more wider. That everything can be cultivated if you're willing to put in the effort. So a way to look at fixed mindset is, people with fixed mindset often focus on the outcomes. Growth mindset focuses on the process. And so, again, these are some examples of what growth mindset is. These are what typically we tell ourselves, and I want to particularly highlight one thing, which is, it says here, I'm inspired by people who succeed. People with growth mindset don't feel threatened by other people, especially people who we perceive to be more successful than we are. We actually draw strength from them. We draw lessons and motivation from them. Fixed mindset is kind of the opposite. I feel threatened. So that's a sense of very low self-esteem. I'm telling myself I'm not able to do it. So the important thing to realize is a lot of us, do start out with a fixed mindset. And over the years, as we mature, we will move towards the growth mindset. But if you say, a lot of you pick the last answer, that intelligence can be changed, absolutely. And that is very, very extreme. Most of us in reality have a mixture of both fixed and growth mindset. So that's a reality. So don't expect yourself, and don't beat yourself up and say, hey, look, I don't think like this. Sometimes I think like this, a fixed mindset. That's okay. It depends on the situation. Depends on the circumstances and the stage of life you're in. Okay, so it's a continuum. But a lot of us, when we get entrenched in a fixed mindset, these are some very typical excuses. First thing about learning how to move from a fixed to a growth mindset would be recognize and be aware of where you are at. Are you adopting a growth mindset, or are you adopting a fixed mindset? And once you're aware of it and recognize it, then you can decide if you want to change it. I have a little exercise for you, and I'm going to let you break out into 3 different breakout rooms. Your job is, I'm going to give you about 8 minutes in your breakout rooms to discuss this. Come up with a fixed mindset sentence. What would someone with a fixed mindset would say? Because COVID is making people sick. And what would someone with a growth mindset say? A simple one sentence, like what you've seen in my example. Okay? Okay, guys. So let's move on. Thanks.
So this is Team E. I show the team output on the screen. The fixed mindset person will say, I feel isolated, frustrated, claustrophobic, very difficult to maintain work-life balance. Basically, I've been hell. And the second person, growth mindset, says I can multitask. I can use all the VC like Teams or Zoom. I can still maintain a good life and maintain my work as well. So that person is in heaven.
I'm just going to keep quiet for a minute and ask you to do a self-reflection. Take a minute. Ask yourself this. Think about one thing you're good at, a skill, ability. It could be something at work. I'm very good at negotiating. I'd like you to think back and maybe on a piece of paper in front of you, write down how you developed this ability. I want to give you a very important tip. If you forget everything else, just remember this. Fixed mindset always talks about, in Carol Dweck talks about the tyranny of now. We're always focusing on the now, who I am to this, who I'm always going to be. No change. I am who I am. Not going to be that different. The growth mindset focuses on your future self. Let me ask you this question. If you think about it, you know what I mean. How different are you from 10 years ago? So therefore, if you think you're different, then how different will you be 10 years from now? Use that as a goal. Now, with that, I want to share with you some tips. So these are some key tips that along the way that we really would love for you to learn how to embrace. Okay, I'm going to leave that with you. So that's a homework, and this is my final slide. And this is something as leaders, as professionals, we need to take with us. Don't think about fixing problems. Think about fixing thinking. And as coaches, as a coach, professional coach, this is what I do. Thank you for having me, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of the week. Okay.
Thank you all for joining. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.